So we're reviewing for our Chapter 1 test, and remember Chapter 1.1 is on sampling methods. So this is how are you going to survey people to get information. And we talked about 4 sampling methods. So we're going to write them down and then talk about some keywords for each one. No note cards, just your brain. Okay, so random sampling means each person has an equal chance of getting picked for the survey. Cluster sampling means they're pulling their people from a smaller group. For example, they would only be polling the people in all the English classes. Instead of the whole school, they're just talking to people in English class. Convenience sampling, they're interviewing people because they're right there in front of them. They're convenient, okay? So it's whoever's near you at the time, that's who you're going to ask. And then systematic sampling is done with a pattern. For example, they're going to ask every 8th person that walks through the gate. Or they're going to put a question in every 10th bag of chips. Okay, so there's like a pattern to it. So section 1-2, measures of central tendency, mean, median, mode, and range. So the mean is the what?
It's out of all the numbers and then divide.
Good. That's right. Both of you are right. Average, and it means you add all the numbers up and divide by how many numbers there are to find the mean. So I'll put add, then divide. And median is what? Middle, good. Whatever the middle value is, but you have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. It's the middle value when the numbers are in order. And what is the mode? The most. Mode is the most. The number that appears the most in your data. And then the range is what?
You subtract the largest to the smallest.
Good. Largest number minus the smallest number. So histograms, remember, are ways of displaying data in a bar graph. And in a histogram, the bars have to be touching each other. Because if they're not touching, then it's just called a bar graph. And so on the test, you're going to get a bar graph and have to tell me information about it. I'll ask you questions about it. Or you're going to get a frequency table. Remember where you have the values here and you have the frequency on this side. For the frequency side, you are literally just tallying how many you have in each section. So for 50 to 59, I have 2. For 60 to 69, I have 5. 70 to 79, I have 3. I have 7 there, and I have 2 again on 90 to 99. Okay? And so some of what you'll be doing is completing this frequency part for me. I'll ask you questions and say, you know, how many numbers are in the range from 70 to 79? And you're going to have to let me know. Okay, so stem and leaf plots. This is where we make the little chart and we have the tens place on the stem side and the ones places on our leaf side. So if I'm using the same data as above, I am putting a 5 for the 50 place, and I am putting 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are my values for the tens place. Those are my stems. So here's all our test scores, and we're going to do the leaves now by writing the ones place. So I have a 52 and a 57. And remember, when you're doing your leaves, you're lining the numbers up in columns so that you can see which one has more data in it. That's the point of this type of table. So I have 63, 66, 69. I have 70, 72. Oh, I forgot 61. Thanks, Bradley. So 61, 1, 3, 6, 9. 70, 72, 78. And I have 82, 82, 82. Okay, so immediately once we put that all into the stem and leaf, we can see which category has the most scores. And it's the 80s has the most scores. And then you're going to use this stem and leaf plot to answer questions. So what is the mode of this data? Mode for this data would be 82 because the score 82 appears 3 times. It appears the most in our data. Then they may ask you for the median. If it's the median, we're going to count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19. And we're going to pick the middle value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Is that the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay, so this one is the median because it's in the middle of the data. So 78 would be our median, okay? So it's just going to ask you to tell me facts about this data.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last section is scatter plots. So we have 3 different types of correlations when we're talking about scatter plots. We have a positive correlation. That's as X increases, Y increases. Then we have a negative correlation. As X increases, Y decreases. And then we have no correlation. That means there's no relationship to the data at all. An example of this would be your age and your hair color. There's no correlation to that. Okay, people of all ages have blonde hair, people of all ages have black hair, people of all ages have brown hair. So that would be an example of no correlation. Okay, so let's do a couple more examples. If you have, so if you study for, like, what is the relationship between the amount of time you study and the grade you earn on the test? So the more you study, okay, so what kind of a relationship is that? Positive relationship, good. And what about your age and your eye color? No correlation at all, okay? So that's all for the test, and let me know if you have any questions.